Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ali from Ahmed Acrylics, and today we're going to make a painting called Lonely Winter. So let's get right into it. And if you're wondering which colors I use in this painting, I'll have them all at the end of the video, so stay tuned. The first thing you see me doing here is spreading pastel lavender with a sponge, and I would highly recommend using a sponge because it's a really easy way to spread paint evenly. So once you're satisfied with the spread, what you want to do is get a new sponge or wash your sponge and do the exact same thing with pastel cerulean. And make sure to avoid the pastel Naples yellow. On the other hand, it is okay to blend it into the pastel lavender. So now the last color we're going to be using is pastel Naples yellow, and what I'm kind of doing is making a semicircle, and I'm blending it slowly within the pastel cerulean. So now an issue that can arise is that it might look way too green, and if that's the issue, just add more pastel Naples yellow in the middle, and then blend it again. Once you're done with the background, it's fully dried, what you want to do is take titanium white and start making snow. So now what you want to do is just put white on the top half of the bottom half of the painting, and then you're going to blend that in downwards. And these minor details you see me adding is just to make it look like they're hills. So now you could either take pastel lavender or pastel cerulean, and you're going to add it to the bottom half of the painting. And you're going to slowly blend it upwards. It's really important to have a color under the snow because that's what's going to give it that effect that it's actually snow. Once you have a nice blend, now you can start adding details. So what I'm doing is taking white and I'm kind of shifting it left and right to make it look like it's snow far away. And then what I'm going to do is the closer I get, the bigger blobs I'm going to make so it looks like they're hills. And the way I'm doing it is very simple. I'm just poking at it and I'm pressing harder on certain spots than others. So now at the bottom of the painting, I'm going to make the hills the biggest because that's what's going to give it that perspective. And now this is just me adding further details once it's dried up a little bit to make it look more like snow. And here you see me adding a sun, and this step is really easy. Just take some white and just make a little circle. So since I did make a sun, I kind of have to make the reflection on the snow. So this is what I'm doing right here. I'm taking some Naples yellow and I'm only adding it to certain spots of the snow that's only in the middle. And here I'm just adding white on top of that yellow just to make it look a bit more realistic. Now it's time for the tree. I'm using raw umber as the color for the tree. You can decide to use Mars black or another type of color. It's all your choice. So what you see me doing here is making the background of the tree. I know that's a bit complicated, but I'm actually going to add more color on top of this once it's done, just to give it that nice 3D effect. I did take a really long time on this part, so I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. But essentially, I just kept making trunks, branches, and then just kept adding detail on top of them. A mistake you might see is that some of my tree branches are kind of curved, which are not how actual trees are usually. So I would suggest trying to make more straighter branches. So now that I made the base layer of my tree, I'm going to start adding Mars Black and give it that thickness, and you can see that it changes it really quickly. I'm making the branches a lot more thicker and near the roots, and this is going to make it look a lot more stronger and alive. I do apologize for this next step. I was making a swing, but my camera cut off. But essentially just add a swing or something to make the painting a bit more you. Give it some personality. The painting is starting to wrap up, so it's time to add some snow. So what you see me doing here is actually adding snow onto a brush and then using another brush to hit it. That's kind of what gives it that splatter look. So then once you're done with that, now it's time to add some manual snow onto the tree to make it look like it's been snowing for a long time. I'm adding snow to the most random places, between cracks, between crannies, onto branches, onto different branches. It's everywhere. And on some spots I'm adding more snow than others just to make it look a bit more realistic. You can see my favorite spot to put it is where branches separate. I just feel like this adds a really nice level of detail, and this makes the painting look a lot more realistic. And if you ever make a mistake, it's really okay. Just have some water on your finger and literally just wipe it off. I'm also adding some snow onto the swing just to make it look more realistic. So now it's time to show you guys what colors I used. You can see here that I used Mars Black. I also used raw umber for the tree. And then for the backgrounds, the colors that were used were pastel Naples yellow, there was pastel cerulean, and then finally I also used pastel lavender for the snow and for the sky. And there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let me know what else you'd like to see. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help out my channel, and I'd really appreciate it. Until the next tutorial, take care, guys.